18,000 is a lot of money. And over 10 years, then we're talking, 180,000 to 280,000. And wouldn't it be nice to have that to invest in the business instead of going to the IRS, right? In a chart on page, I think it's table 1.1, and it is on page 52, at the 2003 rates. Again, 2010 are a little bit different, and you have those. But you'll see that there's only a couple places where the C corporation has less tax. It's hard to come up with an example, a real life example, where the C corporation results in more tax. Where I've seen it is it's the second, third generation of a business. The income gets spread over a bunch of people. And if you took it with flow-through taxation, a lot of it gets taxed at low rates, but then somebody might be a doctor and pay at the high rate. Somebody might be running a business and making a bunch of money, but most of them are at low rates. And if we lumped it all together, we'd be paying at the high C rate. That's really about the only time. There's low levels of income, but remember, that's accepted. I already took that one out. But the other one, it's just hard to come up with an example. You're probably going to have lower current tax, but we have to live with potential double tax. And could our double tax be more than this one layer tax? And absolutely, it could be. Now, before I get into this whole myth of double taxation, let's assume that if we have a sale down the road that and we pay tax, even with time value of money, because the second tax is deferred, okay? We pay lower tax now, second tax is deferred, but if time value of money, we end up paying more with the C corporation system on the sale than we do here, all right? So I'm giving this to all those people who think you shouldn't use C corporations. Maybe, just maybe, even in those situations, isn't it more important maybe to save money today, kind of the bird in hands worth two in the bush, save money today so we have it to reinvest in the business. So maybe we can't be successful. Maybe we will have a business to sell that's maybe going to cost us a little bit more in tax. In other words, in the whole choice of entity decision, we have all these different factors that we look at, and somewhere we do. Oh yeah, here. Sorry, I probably went by it 3 times. We have all these factors, and this is just selling the business. I don't even list on here. It's one of these, okay? One of maybe 20, 30 different other factors. To me, it's not one of the principal factors. It's not even, if you had a company, somebody's going to buy it, turn it around, sell it real quick, of course, it's a big factor. It's one of the top 2 or 3 factors, and you would weigh the tax consequences on the sale over maybe some current tax savings, right? Because the whole plan is to turn around and sell it. But most companies, one of the last things they should be worried about is if they're ever going to sell the company. I mean, we need to run the company. We need to make money. We need to pay our tax. Isn't that more important than a sale that may or may never happen? If it does happen, we're being presumptuous to think that we're going to be successful enough that it's a tax issue, right? I mean, if we're not real successful, just moderate or not successful at all, we're not going to have a tax issue. So why worry so much? A lot of businesses are passed down to the next generation. They may go through an estate and get a step up in basis. You may never pay that double tax. And even at that, it's some hypothetical maybe date, right? So I just in general, I don't think the tax consequences of selling a business should be real high should be weighed real high with all the factors in choice bank, my personal opinion.